Hey, what's up, my business owners? Listen, this is going to help you streamline and speed up your results faster than anything else. And it's really something that I've noticed most of the people that I've worked with in business, when they're struggling to move forward, are dealing with this issue. And what it is they have a standard for what they want to do in business. They have a standard of excellence. They want to produce high quality products and services. And I commend that. And I think that's amazing. I think when we sell products and services online, we should deliver the best of the best of the best. I believe personally that my courses are the best courses out there on the topics that I teach on, making funnels and selling with Facebook ads online, as well as my podcast and these videos. Anything that you guys are selling, I would hope is in the top tier of your industry. And you should be doing that. That's not a bad thing at all. Okay? So hear me out though. The thing that stops so many business owners, take that in mind, keep in mind what I just said. The thing that stops most business owners when they start out, especially if they don't have a lot of capital, especially if they don't have a lot of money, is that you? Do you have a lack of capital or money and you're wanting to build a business? Okay, then listen to this specifically. Or maybe you're just breaking even. Maybe you need to increase your revenue. You need to increase the profit margins on what you're doing. Listen to this. If you have a whole bunch of money to spend and you don't really care about profit, this doesn't totally apply because you can kind of ignore what I'm about to say. Perfectionism is what's keeping you stuck and from making profits. Needing everything to be perfect to put your name on it before you put anything out there is what's keeping your profits where they are. Now listen, if you're making a crazy amount of money and you don't care as much about the profits, you can literally afford perfectionism. Like you can afford that because you can hire people to do all that type of stuff. Like, that's awesome, right? Let's get there. And I think a lot of people should get there. I've seen a lot of business owners that are very high level and they can afford to be that way because it doesn't slow them down. It doesn't slow down their progress. And so never allow things to be slowed down because you have perfectionism and you need everything perfect before you put it out there. Especially if you need to make some revenue, make some profits, you need to prioritize sales and marketing above doing everything perfect and making everything look perfect, especially in your marketing, especially in your advertising, okay? And so this is one of the biggest keys that will unlock for you opportunity that's going to bring in revenue. And then you can hire people to improve things, make better iterations of it over time. When a business starts out, it's not going to be at 110% initially. Even if you're a business owner that can afford to make it at that, you know you've reached that part of your career where you know that you're not needing things to be perfect when you first launch them. And so for those of you that are needing to look good, to sound good, to look perfect, to look professional, to have all the answers and to be perfect and to achieve this level of perfect before you grow and build your business past that $1 million mark, that's what's keeping you stuck. And so we have to kind of break up with that. And it's generally insecurity. It's generally a need to feel safe and secure, like we've earned the right to be where we are in our businesses, like we have done enough that it should finally work out. And this leads to disappointment. I'm going to tell you why. Because your first iteration, no matter how perfect you think it, is never going to be perfect. There's always going to be improvements. And so there's no point in wasting the time to make everything so perfect out there when you can iterate and edit things and release updates and new versions. Even when writing a book, you're not going to have all the concepts in there. You wonder why a lot of authors, some of their earlier books, Brene Brown is a great example of this. Her earlier books were amazing, but they got better over time. Like her books were more relevant to her audience. I've read all of them. and her first book was all about imperfection, embracing imperfection and vulnerability and all of that. And so this is so key for you. Which, by the way, if you're somebody that's dealing with shame and guilt and worry and struggling with this, perfectionism stuff, Brene Brown's content is absolutely incredible on this. Gary Vaynerchuk as well says that perfectionism is just insecurity disguised in a pretty outfit. Like, it looks good, it sounds good, like, right? I have a standard that I need things to be at, but in reality, it's insecurity. It's insecurity because we're waiting until we feel good enough and secure enough before we put something out there. And to be honest, the people that are successful, the people that have impact, the people that make millions of dollars online, they have realized this truth and moved past it and no longer worry about things being perfect before they put them out there. And I've coached a lot of business owners through this, and they have seen their profit margins go up, their stress come down, and their customers are more served. There's more of an impact. Their product gets out there excellently to people faster when they give up the need to make everything perfect in their marketing, in their advertising, in how they present themselves. And so some of you need to give up the, what I call as an idol, whatever you're really looking at as like, until I get past this, then I can achieve. It's this perfectionism thing that you feel like you're not quite past, so you're not quite ready to put your stuff out there. And it may be a belief that if it's perfect enough, then people are bound to buy from me. That's not true. No matter how perfect your product is, people will never buy from you. But I'm going to say that again. No matter how perfect your product is, people will never buy from you unless they know who you are. You put yourself out there, you start selling and doing that. And so prioritize putting yourself out there more, selling, reaching people, connecting with people, more than iterating perfection around your marketing and making everything look perfect. Just get out there, just get the ball rolling, and that will get the momentum going so that you can grow and scale things to the next level for you. All right. And so if you'd love to talk more about your business and how to bring in more sales and revenue, schedule a free 15-minute call with me on my website, jeremiahkurkowski.com/free call. We can talk about your business. Listen, my coaching is $1,500 an hour. If we go on my website, but I offer 15 minutes at a time for free. So if you want to buy a package of hours over Zoom, that's what it's going to cost. And sometimes we do offer some discounts to people that schedule these free 15-minute calls with me. And we can talk about that. These are not going to be sales pitches. If you have an interest in coaching with me, ask about that. If you don't, I'm not going to push it on you either. That's my commitment to you. I just want to help you and hear where you're at in your business. And so you can schedule that call with me on my website, and we can talk about how to take your business revenue and sales to the next level so that you start making that 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and even beyond 9 and 10 figures. In fact, we have clients that are at that level that are producing new things and iterating new things and getting out there, and they're growing to these new levels together. Building membership sites with thousands of people in them, creating courses with tens of thousands of registrants every single month, helping people go from zero income to multiple 6 figures. That's what I love helping people do in my coaching, my courses, my podcast, and these videos. And if you apply what I'm teaching, I know that it's going to get you moving forward towards your goals. Are you going to make that much money? I don't know that, because that's on you to do the work, right? You have to be the one to do the work, and I'm never going to be somebody that's going to push you to do the work. But I'm going to help point you in the direction that I would do if I was you in a business. So we'll talk soon, everybody. Schedule that call with me. I'd love to hear from you and talk.